The Everglades, Florida's most diverse ecosystem. The only place where crocs and gators ate my finger. Just kidding. The only place where crocs and gators live in harmony. So I decided to go there. Join me on my adventure to the Everglades. First, I had to go to the Everglades National Park, where you see that I had to get my little pamphlet there you see in my hand. Then I took my family on an airboat ride because I'm actually pretty good at it. We also got to see some really cool wildlife, but I kind of sped up a little bit. It's a little too fast. It's hard to control. As we started our adventure into the Everglades, we went past lots of fishing boats. It's known for so many fish there that people like to hunt them. Then when we drove by a certain tree, we saw an osprey eating on a fish. It turns out that ospreys mate for life. And if you didn't know what mate means, it means that they, marry. The great blue heron is the largest of the North American herons, averaging anywhere from 36 to 55 inches in height. Its primary food is small fish. These trees we are floating through are called red mangroves. They are identified by their stilt-like roots. The mangroves are a valuable resource to the Everglades. Birds feed and nest in them, and the roots provide protected nursery areas for fish, crustaceans, and shellfish. As we look to our left, we see a male North American alligator who's about 16 feet swimming towards our boat. Fun fact, you can hunt alligators if you have a license, but you cannot hunt crocodiles. They are protected species. Also, if a Burmese python came up to an alligator, the python would probably win because pythons can swallow alligators. It's pretty cool. You would not want to be this guy's dinner. Then we came across this little guy looking for a little nibble on a snack. It turns out raccoons that live in tropical climates like Florida and other places are smaller than the ones we see back at home in Kentucky, probably because of their diet. As we looked down, we saw a gator sticking his nose out of the water. I think he wanted a snack too. The raccoon. The Everglades is more than 1.5 million acres in size. It houses 9 different ecosystems: the hardwood hammock, the pinelands, the mangroves, coastal lowlands, freshwater slough, freshwater marl prairie, cypress, marine, and estuarine. On our second airboat ride that was guided, I told the guide that I was certified to drive an airboat. He didn't quite believe me, but he let me park the boat anyway. I think it was pretty cool for all the other kids to see me do that. There are lots of things you can see in Florida, including alligator shows. This guy is insane. He got in a pool of water with an 18-foot male alligator named Charlie. I mean, look at this guy. You knew he was insane from the start. He sticks his hand in an alligator's mouth. I mean, who does that? I mean, seriously. In this part, he demonstrates the bulldog technique. Fun fact, Indians would use this technique to bring back alligator meat for their tribe. They would get up on top of the alligator's back, put their face on the alligator's nose, tie up the alligator's mouth, and then get out. In this part, he said that this was the face-off, because if you didn't move, Charlie would bite your face off. Now that's what I call insane with a capital I. After the alligator show, he held me an alligator named Alex. He is so cute because, his name is Alex and he's an alligator. And I even got to kiss him. We also went on a swamp buggy ride where we got to see a rainbow and a white heron. It was pretty cool. And I didn't even know bears were in the Everglades, but it turns out they are. Well, I think that wraps it up for Colton the Explorer. Well, see you later, alligator.